Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. Unfortunately, I cannot move my camera because it kept wanting to drop the cord. So I am going to get a hold of the company and try to get a new cord that might fit in tighter. But thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. I have hundreds of videos up there. Check them out. And for those that come every week, thank you so much. You know, every Thursday I look forward to seeing you, and I really appreciate you being here. So today we are going to be working with a brand new set that is not out yet, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek. And this was given to me I purchased it. Hey, Pat, at On Stage in Houston. So I just wanted to make sure I shared something new with you. If you stay till the end of the video, I will be sharing brand new product that I got my box delivered today. I'm so excited to go through it. I haven't gone through it yet, so I'm hoping that you'll go through it with me. And then we're also going to be using On the Ocean because it is retiring. And I am very sad that it's going away. And I made a beautiful card that was inspired by, it'll come to me. I'll tell you when I start. I'm sure that it will. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to use brand new, really exciting cardstock that is Petunia Pop, I think is what it's called. So pretty. Hey, Carol. Hope you're enjoying the beach. I don't know what the weather's like, but I'm jealous. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and I scored it already. If you want the PDFs for these cards, and I will be mentioning this again, so I'm sorry if you don't, want to hear it more than once, but I want to make sure that those that tune in later will know. If you join or go to my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and I have a little cheat thing here that will help you. That if you sign up for my newsletter, I send out the PDFs for free to everyone who's on my newsletter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So first off, I am going to do some watercoloring. I don't usually watercolor, and this is scary for me, but I'm sure that you guys will think it's really pretty when I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the new stamps together, and we're going to start with, let's see, I need Versamark. Oh, it's right here. So this is the embossing toolkit. Oh, you couldn't go. I'm sorry, Carol. All right, so this is the embossing toolkit. You get it with this thing that has the tray. I just need these here. And it comes with the embossing buddy, a brush, and let me show you. I put my brush somewhere really safe. So of course, people that know me know that that's scary. But and also the tweezers. So it's a great tool to have, and it makes a lot less mess when you're stamping, when you have to emboss. All right, so the biggest part of embossing is, hey Mary, is putting the it is scary, is using the embossing buddy, especially when you're using black embossing powder. So I liberally put that on, and usually we have to do this because it's always very, hey Haiti, it's always very, it's got the, what do you call it? Is that smoke? Is that steam? The powder floats up. How's that? All right, so basically I want to stamp this flower image as close to the side as I can get. Let me get my sheet here because I will be stamping off my paper here, or my desk. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put it as close to this edge as I can get. Let's see. And I am having it go a little bit down. Now, it's very hard to see. And this is where I had problems before because I want to get it all stamped before I put the embossing powder on it. So hopefully, well, it looks like I did good. All right, so let's put the lid on that. And I'm going to pour this on. I am very liberal with that because I want to make sure that whatever I get on works. And then you just can siphon this right back. I know that people like to use the other side. They take off the lid and that's supposed to work, but I just like going from the corner. And obviously I didn't do my best because it's a mess. All right. That's what the floor is for, right? All right. So we got that. I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Thank you, Haiti. So beautiful. Hold on one second. I want to get this top of this flower a little bit better before it kind of just didn't take the imprint very well. There we go. Much better. All right, we'll move that. Now we'll start all over. Here we go. After 22 years, it's still a wow to me. So I hope you guys like embossing too. All right, so we're done with all that. Let's go ahead and move the stamps that I've already used out of the way. And we have this, and I have Embossing Buddy on my table, but that's all right, huh? All right. So, hey, Teresa, I'm mailing out your card tomorrow. All right. So the best way for me to be able to put my reinkers on is to use just a block. I just have to remember what is what because it's really hard to tell the colors once you put it down. Also, you're going to need a paper towel, and I have the thick, the wide brush, and let me get that wet. For a while, my painters weren't letting the water come through, but now they do. I just went in there and made it work. All right, come on. Now that I've said this one doesn't want to go. All right, I have two. Let's see if the other one. Yes. All right. Hopefully I can clean it in between. All right, so I'm going to put, you guys can help me remember, hopefully. The old olive is over in this corner. That's for the leaves. Then I am going to use, because I think it will go better, and I don't have my inks yet, or else I would use them, but this is the Petunia Pop. I think Gorgeous Grape would go really pretty with that. So I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to put the two that go to the flowers at the top, and hopefully that will help me to remember. For the butterfly, I'm going to use Pumpkin Pie. I don't need that much, but that's what came out. And Daffodil Delight. And then for the sky later, I'm going to put something in the middle, but I'm going to wait on that so we don't accidentally mess up things. All right, so what I do, the best way to do it, and Believe me, I am not a watercolor, and you'll probably notice when we get started. I'm trying to get the water to come out. I want this brush pretty wet. I'm just going to go over the leaves first, and then I'll do the flowers after. All right. So if you just dab your pen or your water painter, it should just go. If you put enough water on it, and it doesn't look like I did. So let's do a little bit more. So now it's going to be, all right. That's the only thing, is that it gets dry. All right. See how it bleeds? It's not a big deal. Don't freak out. That's the way it's supposed to do. And then we'll get it all in the background and it'll be good. I hope. So we're going to go ahead and clean this. And it's just by squeezing it and getting the water to come clear. All right. Then let's see. That was garden green. What did I put over here? Oh, the gorgeous grape. Oh, before I do that, I want to get my flowers wet. It just that dries so fast, so I just want to make sure that I do it as I go. All right, now we have gorgeous grape. And I'm going to start at the bottom because I want it to be darker at the bottom. But do you see how it kind of just bleeds on its own and goes up? That's so cool. This is much darker than I was hoping, but this is my prototype because I don't have the ink that I wanted to use. All right, so I'm cleaning that off. All right, so now I'm going to come in and get the butterfly wet. And yes, all the color is going to go everywhere. That's part of the whole thing. And when we're done, hopefully it will look good. All right, so now I'm going to use the pumpkin pie. And I want that to be at the bottom. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so pretty. I really want the pumpkin pie to be darker at the bottom. I kind of wanting it to look like a monarch, but I don't know if that's what this is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean that a little bit, and we'll grab the lighter. Okay, so now what you can do to kind of help things is to heat set it a little bit so that it doesn't go everywhere. Now I know that the grass or the green went everywhere, but that's all right because we're going to dry some of this up. I'm not drying it all, and I can come in with the corner, whoops, and just get some of that off of the sides. All right, so now I want to bring in the sky, and let's see how I want this. It's going to go like that. All right, let's put the boho blue in the middle. And I need, now this is where it's a little scary, but we're going to get the whole thing wet around our images. Believe me, this is scary because I am not known for my watercoloring, but we're going to go ahead and see how it comes out. When I did it in class the other night, it came out so pretty. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use this big brush. I'm going to get a little bit of water on there. I don't want it really dark. I just want to go around my images. Kind of give it a sky look. And yes, it is all going to go together, as I've said. And it doesn't really matter because once you get it all in here, it just looks like a watercolor. All right. That doesn't look too bad. I'm going to move this. We're going to heat set this so that it dries before I do any stamping. All right. So now, it is a little bit, it does get a little warped, but once we put the stuff on the back, it'll be fine. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to get a marker, a black marker because I want splatter. So we're going to bring back in my pad. And the best way to do splatter is to take your brush tip and your cap and just kind of do your cap up against, and it really has some nice splatter. You could do a lot or a little. That's totally up to you. All right, so then I am going to do thanks and do that in Memento. And this is why I don't really care. I'm going to cut this to right here. So I want to get this as close over here as I can. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. All right. So now I am going to bring in my cutter. And I am going to try to do it. Let's see, this is the best way. I have this piece right here, and we're going to have this go onto this black piece. So I'm going to turn this over and just cut along that. Whoops, got a little bit of the black there. All right. So now I'm going to put this on. The reason why I did it this way is because this was hard to, oh my goodness, hard to get it on my card. And I wanted plenty of room. All right, so you guys heard my crash. That was just my cutter. So I am going to liberally on this put a lot because I don't want it to be where it is going to be wavy or not sit straight. All right. And then I'm just going to turn this so that I can get it as close to this edge. Whoops. So sorry again for my camera messing up last time. And then this time I'm trying to get it to go, and it did not want to let me maneuver the going from my face down to the card. I don't blame it. I didn't want to see my face either. But you got to do what you got to do. All right. So I have a layer of this, what did I call it? Something pop. Petunia pop, maybe? And I ran it through the Fern 3D folder, and that is staying. That folder is staying. So yay! And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, but I'm going to pop it up. And when we made this the other night, it was so funny because some people just put a few dimensionals on and others filled it up. And I'm like, you are right there for me because, I love dimensionals. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I did have a lot of fun in Houston. Hey, Mary. I know you do. I wish I could have done that for you, but not so much this time. All right, so it's going to go a little towards the top and have hopefully be centered. That butterfly came out good, don't you think? All right, and then we're going to put that onto basic black because I think black makes everything pop. And you guys have heard me. How many of you try this all the time because you hear me saying how wonderful it is? All right, so let's see if I can get this on here. The only reason why I use the liquid glue is because it makes it easier to get it on. And when you have an embossed sheet like this, then it makes it a little bit harder for the stuff to stick. All right, so that looks really pretty together, doesn't it? All right, so what we're gonna do, and this is staying too, which I'm really excited, is the Baker's Twine Essentials, because I love, you like I just said, I love black. So what we're gonna do is we're going to cut this. And then I like to have it be at least doubled. Otherwise it looks boring to me. And put some adhesive on the back of this. So when I spread it over, it'll hold. Oh, see, I got embossing buddy on my on my string, my twine. That's what happens when you use a lot of it. It goes everywhere. All right. There we go. And then go back over your ribbon so it holds better. And we will put that onto this. Oh, this is a very pretty color. This is my first time playing with it. At the end, I'll show you the one that I did in the peach pie. So pretty. All right, let's see. I want to make sure I'm doing this. All right, so now for the inside, I'm just going to bring in Very Vanilla because I thought that this watercolor paper looks kind of vanilla-y. Rather than it, like the white just would look too stark, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up the leaves that goes with it. Thank you, Carol. I knew there was a reason I love you. Now, isn't that a beautiful? Oh, I love it. So pretty. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that onto black. Let's find my adhesive. Erica Serwin. Welcome to my world, you guys. I will say I can't remember something, and then all of a sudden it will come into my brain, and I just spit it out. So that's who I am going to be inspired for my second card. It was funny while we were at Houston. I'd say, I can't remember that. I said, just wait. It'll come to me and I'll yell it out. All right. So now I want to put some bling on there because you have to have the bling. Have to. And these are coming back, which I'm super excited for you. I love the butterflies. All right. So I'm going to put a big one up here. Now you could draw the flight path if you want, but with the speckles, I didn't feel like it was needed. And then I am going to use these adhesive back sparkle gems, and I'm going to use the black. Oh, yeah, that would be great to do a watercolor class. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. It was fun when we did it. One, I don't know the Robin's here, but she got very, very nervous that hers didn't come out, and we all said hers looked the best. So you are your worst critic. Look at how beautiful that is once you get all that bling on. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so let me show you the one that I did with the peach pie. And then in class, I accidentally started coloring it wrong. I really like the butterfly looking like this, but I started coloring it red, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to just have to go with it, and I'll just make the flowers peach. And it came out really good, both of them. So that's my watercolor class. What do you guys think? Is that cute? So if you guys, yes, the peach pie is very beautiful. So if you guys pick a card and you don't want the Petunia Pop, I think that's what it's called, you can go ahead and pick one of these if you'd like. I am easy. All right, so now we are going to do the next card. Goodness, I don't want you to see all the pieces, so I'm trying to keep them to the side. All right, so we're going to bring in my trimmer that I threw to the ground, and I'm going to score at 1 1/4. Yes, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and hopefully this is right. Let's open this because I need it to be big. 5 1/2. This is 8 by 4 1/4 too, by the way. And 6 3/4. Now, I'm sure you could flip these and just do the 2 at the end on the same side, and that would be fine. Because it ends up being the same. So we're going to go ahead and fold these back. Fold this forward. Fold that back. And let me get my bone folder. Make sure everything is very nice. All right. So we have that. Then I have a piece of cardstock that I am going to score at a 1/2 inch. Whoops. Let me double check because I don't want to do it wrong. That would be bad. Half an inch and goodness. See. 1 3/4. 1/2 inch right here. Whoa, this is why I always start up here so I don't accidentally. All right, and then we're going to flip it and do 2. Nope, that doesn't. 1 3/4. That's right. Does that seem right? I think it does. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I have a piece here. All right, then you're going to take, okay, so this gets folded. This is our mechanism that we're going to be using. You're going to bring in, and I'll put it down here, it's right here, a die. Now you can use it right here. You want it to be in the middle of the 2, and you want it to go right in the middle and right in the middle, like middle this way, middle this way. This is from the Sending Smiles stamp set and dies. It is retiring. So make sure if you want it, everything's going to be going fast right now. So you want to make sure that you get it when you want to. So we're going to go ahead and die cut that. And so then we have this. Wish it could be like that in classes. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, so I'm going to go ahead because I did not do the burnishing when I started this. All right. So we're going to go ahead and fold this over so that it's now facing up. This is down. And we're going to put some tear and tape on there. This is just getting the card ready. Thank you, guys. All right. So the best way to get this to work is to really make sure you push it down. Come in not right at the edge, but come in a little bit of ways, and it makes it so much easier to peel off. And then we're just going to close it. So now we have that. Now for the mechanism, don't want you to see, you need a piece that's a little bit thinner than what this is. Now, see how I'm trying to push it in and I bent it a little bit? You don't want that. So we're going to go in and we're just going to take a little bit of a hair, like a hair off, and we'll see if that works. And if it doesn't, we'll do it again. We just don't want it too loose, but we don't want it too, okay, that's pretty good. Maybe just a little bit more. It was almost there. So I'm just putting it right at the edge. Now, hopefully that's not too much. Okay, that works. Now I made this a little bit bigger because I wanted to cut it, but I want to cut it after the fact. It should be 5.5, and I think I did it a little bit longer. But I don't want to cut it until I pull this out a little bit because otherwise, and I'm going to eyeball, I know, to see how close I got it. I think it needed a little bit more than that. Oh, a little bit. Just a little. All right. I think that's good. So now with this, you don't want to push it all the way in because then you won't be able to get it out. Believe me, because I did it earlier. What we want to do is bring in a piece of ribbon. This is retiring. Very sad. But this is why I was like, I'm going to play with this stuff while I still have it. Because, you know, if anybody knows me, I always get rid of my stuff and get ready for the new, unless I really love it. Now, I think this is plan that I am going to keep the stamp set that this one's using because I really like it. And we do the Disney thing. Isn't this the cutest little stapler? But you want to staple that on. So now when we close it, that will be our mechanism to pull. Oh, that really came out good. Okay. But as Erica said, and I'm saying too, I don't really like the look of the stapler. So or staples. I am going to bring in some, and where did you put that? Some of the crumb cake here. I haven't even used this yet. And I'm going to do a double bow because, like I said earlier, I like doubles. It just, for some odd reason, to me, it just seems to do better. Look better, do better. All right, so how I do it is I do 2 bunny ears, very easy. And then just tie the knot like you would normally. Just try not to get it to where, see if nope, see, I pulled the wrong one. We're going to try it again. And when we're in classes, all my girls want me to tie their bows. It's just bunny ears. All right. They got to be even. And then I'll trim. All right. So now we're going to get a glue dot and put that on top. You guys are going to love this. Love it. All right. So I want the strings to go away. I don't want them to get stuck underneath. So this is going to go right like that. Isn't that cute? All right. So we're going to put this stuff aside for now. I don't want to lose it. All right. We're going to bring in. Now, Erica, when she did it, she had designer series paper. But since this is way after when this stamp set was brought out, I thought I'd make my own. So that's what I'm going to do. And let's see, there it is. First off, because I'm going to be using white and I have a back side, I am going to move this in and put this in the Misty Moonlight because this waves and I don't want to have to clean it after the white until I'm done. and I end up leaving. All right, see what happens is I didn't put the paper under there. So isn't that pretty? I can clean this, but the white I want to do under the sink because it's a craft ink. So let me get my cleaner. I cleaned it today, and I don't know where I put it. Let me grab one. Hold on one second. Oh. It was on the floor. All right. We don't have to finish that. I just wanted to get that part done. All right, so we're going to bring this in. Let me bring my pad back because I am going to be going off. Oh, that's the splatter. Thought it was embossing powder. All right, so I'm going to line these up because I want it to look like DSP. And I'm going to bring this in with the white craft ink that you can fill up. Thanks, Carol. All right, so when I did this on that sheet, it looked like a wave, but I think, now tell me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. It kind of looks like clouds, just a little bit, but if not, we want it to look like a very, what's the word I'm thinking? The waves are high, stormy, stormy day. Okay, and let me do one more over here because that just looked kind of boring. All right. Okay. I am going, see, I'm worried about it. I'm going to let that sit for just a second while I stamp the rest of the backside so that that can dry a little bit. All right, so I said thanks on the front and on the inside. No, I didn't say thanks. That was the last card. What did I do? Hold on one sec. Oh, you are a treasure is what I'm looking for. I have them all right here. Oh, there it is. All right. We'll say you are a treasure. Because on the front, we're going to say I'd be lost without you. And hopefully I get this straight. Whew, not bad. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the back. And then that should be clean enough or dry enough to work with it. All right, so that's the back where we're going to sign it. We want to put these in, so we're going to put this in the middle. Trying to get it straight, but that is not straight. That's why I didn't push. I didn't push down. That's pretty good. All right, then we want to make sure that when I put this on that it matches because I want it to match. Whoops, totally went off. Now we got to flip this. All right, make sure that I have that. Nope, this way. All right, so this is going to go on here. And then this one. Yes. Goes on here. All right, so there's that part. Does it look like waves or does it look like clouds? We'll ask you again in a little bit because I want to make sure. All right, we have this. I'm going to go ahead and close this like it would be mailed. And this is going to go here and this is going to go across. And this will be over to the side. So when it's in, this will bend so that it'll go into your envelope. So I just want to put a couple, and hopefully I've got it in the spots that it will cover. Okay, so now it's going to hold open like this, but we want to put the mechanism in here, and this is what, so I die cut the ship. Well, I knew I had cut too many. Let's see. One of these gets this just taken off because we don't need it. And this is going to be the part that goes on here to make it run. I cut, so this is very, very flimsy, super flimsy. If you can see, I've already creased it a little bit and I didn't even do anything. So this is from the backing of a DSP. It's thicker, but it's not so thick that a die won't cut through it. So I'm going to put these two together so that this will be a little bit more sturdy. And hopefully I can do it with, and now if I had used the adhesive sheets, this would have been perfect. But I never think about it until I'm putting it together. Now this is the one that goes on after, but I want it to dry. So I am going to get this on. And with liquid glue, we can manipulate it a little bit before it dries. There we go. All right, so you can't tell it's there, but it's a lot more sturdy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right there and see if I can get it in there the right, maybe it's, hold on. I think it needs to come up just a little bit. All right, I want it to stick. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I didn't do it right. All right, let's see. Well, see, I didn't because it didn't stick. You don't want to use glue dots, and now I might have ruined it because let's pull that out. I'm going to erase that. Oh, I got sticky on my hands. All right. Well, let's try this again. So we don't want anything sticking to where it will hold these two layers apart. And maybe the best bet is to put it on here to begin with, and then when I put the boat on, it'll be good. That makes much more sense. I'm going to put a little bit of embossing buddy on that, even though that's already drying. I just want to make sure that I don't have that stick where I don't want it to stick. So if ever you get adhesive where you don't want it, just put some embossing buddy on it and it'll be good. All right, so I'm going to just put this like this and just hold it. Hold it for a second. Let's have a conversation. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Put this there. So I went ahead and cut the waves. It was one piece and I just cut both edges and then cut it in half so that they can go next to each other. I did make it a little bit longer than it needed to be, or maybe not this one, so that we could offset the waves a little bit. But first we want to make the waves look like they're white capped. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using a sponge just because it's easier. I didn't want to use a brush. You could use a dauber, but that has more of a, it is, puts too much on. That's the word there was a word I was looking for, but it was not coming to me. So I'm just going to put this on And then we're going to add Wink of Stella to make it look even better, because you know Wink of Stella makes everything better. Definitely want some good white caps. All right, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella. My hands are super sticky. And we're just going to do the edges and try not to take off the white because it's going to make it look like it moves it a little bit, the white ink, because it takes a minute to dry. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, there's that one. Let's do this one. So I know spring break is coming up because my daughter's going to come visit. She works for a school, so she gets spring break off too. That's the only reason why she took the job. She's like, I want that time off. So she's coming, not this weekend, but next. All right, so I want the bigger part. It's going to go down here. Let's make sure that this worked. Now, there we go. So it did. Yay, it worked. All right, so what you do now is you're going to take this and put this on there. And I'm just going to use my tape. And that fits just perfectly on here. Now I said it at the beginning, but if you missed it, I am going to unpack my box that I just got from Stampin' Up. I haven't even opened it yet with all the new goodies in there. All right, so we have that. We're going to add a little tiny bit of liquid glue right on the edge of this. Very little. And it's going to go right under here. Now you kind of just want to have it be where that catches. I'll let that sit. And this is going to go over top because we want it to be really strong. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. Almost looks like I have it on there, but that's because it's the paper that I took off. Whoops. Okay. So now we have that, and it sails across the ocean blue, which I hate to say that because it sounds like Christopher Columbus, and we don't want that. All right, so this is going to attach right along this edge right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm going to put it on here. You would think I hadn't made this before. And just on the bottom. So I have it closed again. And we're going to go ahead. This is going to go here. You just don't want it to interfere with your mechanism. Then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this to make it pop a little bit more. And I'm putting them along the bottom because I don't want it towards the top. You just want to give it some height. Oops. This is for later. All right. Okay, so this can go a little bit lower. I want to bring it over one way or the other. Which way? I think that looks good, and I'll trim it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, sorry. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to trim this on this side because we don't want it too big. All right, so now we have that. I am going to stamp the I'll Be Lost Without You. And I'm going to do that in Misty Moonlight. Thanks, Teresa. Whoops. Now she gave me a hint. And have you guys ever like heard something and you thought, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Because it makes so much sense. Yeah, that's the same. It's not so big about this stamp, but if you have one that's very curvy, it really helps. She says to go around it with a pencil, and that way you can follow it and you can follow the thing. But so if I had like to do the thanks here, that would have been much easier if I had done the pencil. So it's just a nice way of thinking about it and getting it to work a little bit better so you're not working harder, working smarter. All right, and then I want this to kind of angle down because that's the way the W goes. And whoa, I didn't do that straight. All right, and I want to curve this. Now, if you have a little bit of the pencil still showing, just erase it. I almost got it all. All right, so I'm going to put that aside for just a second. I'm going to bring in the two clouds, and these are from Smoky Slate, and I wanted to do it in, because I want it to look like it's like raining and messy out. I'm going to go ahead and use, this is clean, it just is stained. Use this again because it's so much faster and I'm a little bit able to get closer and not have it go as far. I just want it around the edges. Okay. So one of you can pick out this card. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give away both because I do want to do it in a class, even though it's retiring, but we still have a whole month before it retires for reals. So, all right, now I want my clouds to have a silver lining. And how do you get that? With a Wink of Stella. And just depends on where I put it. If you guys see it, because sometimes I put it down and I just overlook it and I can't find it. I've already used two to here today. And oh, found it. Nope, that was a water painter, but I did find it. It's amazing how you haven't moved, but you still lose stuff. So this makes it look like it has a silver lining. So pretty. So I tilt my brush a little bit so it gets more than just the edge, like the very edge. I want it to kind of get into that too. All right, there we go. Now the key is to bring this back in, is to make one go over on this side, and you only want it to be on the flap because we don't want it to go where it won't close or open. So we're going to put that right there. And then this one gets it on the other side. Just have to fold it because it's a little wider than the cloud. And I want that a little bit lower. Oh my gosh, isn't this gorgeous? Oh. All right, so this goes across. So cute. All right, and whoops, we're going to go ahead and put this on. I really wish it could be us doing this and not just me. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is that pretty? It's kind of cool. And it floats across, and then you can just push it and it goes back. So when you send this to somebody, just make sure you leave a little note saying, you know, pull this and you're all good. But it folds up and goes right into the envelope. All right. So, Pat, we're running a little bit late, but you can go ahead and do the drawing and we will see who gets what. So we have that one, this one, and this one. And that's so cool. Now we could have added some embellishments here, but I figure it's pretty cool without it. All right. Yeah. So pretty. Thank you, Carol. Do you want to make this when we're at class next time? I think that you would like it. Hey, Carol Byer. Didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming. Okay, so Mary and Carol. All right, so which ones do you guys want? Now, Carol, you'll be making this, but you won't be making these. So you might want to choose, if you like these, one of these. I hope you do come back. And yes, yay. All right, so I'm glad that you like to do that, and we will get to it when we have class next month. And I will be sending out the one that for Teresa tomorrow morning. So thank you for being patient. And I will see you guys. Oh, Mary, you want the butterfly? Okay, which butterfly? Because there is the peach pie or the petunia pop. Oh, you both want a flower. Okay, well, that's because, Carol, you're making one of the others. So, all right. So just let me know. You both have my phone and you can text me. So that way we won't have to stay on here any longer. But I hope that you guys can come and visit me again next week. I don't know what I'll be doing. Oh, yeah, don't let me forget. I wanted to show you goodies. Oh, my goodness. I tempted you and then I just was going to hang up. All right. These are the 2024 to 26 resin dots. Those are pretty, aren't they? I got those. I have the new markers. Let's see. Ribbon. Let's open it so that we can see a little bit better. Ooh, that's really pretty. Together. I love it when they come in packs. I am going to be making that on, hold on, I will get my phone and tell you exact date if you want to come to class, because that would be awesome. We are doing it on April the 9th, because the next week's my birthday, and I didn't want to miss that. All right, so we have Unbounded Love, which this one has such cool scent. Plus, they're both script and not. Have Flowers of Beauty that come with a die, which I have the die. Here are the new in colors. This is Summer Splash. Sorry about the light. Petunia Pop. So I was right. Pretty in Pink came back. So anybody? Thanks, Carol. I'll look forward to seeing you. Pretty in Pink came back. Oh, Basic Black is not, but I needed some. And some Shy Shamrock. And there should be one more because there's 5. Which you guys have already seen It's the peach pie. So pretty. All right. Oh, this paper is stunning. Stunning. So pretty. Glimmer paper in the new peach pie. And it's got, oh, it's all of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to open this just so you guys can see because it's got all the in colors in glimmer paper, which is like, woo. So, Carol, if you want to text me or, well, no, just email me at tedderbearstamping@gmail.com. I will send you my address. All right, so, oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. I'm just giddy because I'm so excited. All right, so we have that. Let me see what else I got. All right. DSP with the plain, which I'm really excited about. Got a couple of those. Oh, man. Oh, this is bright copper, gold, and tungsten. Does anybody know what tungsten means? I'm going to look. I don't know what that means. All right, gold, copper. Oh, it's kind of a purplish. Boy, this is bright. Let me see if I can. Nope. Does that help or hurt? No. Let's try this one. Nope. All right. Kind of get an idea. It is. The tungsten is a metal. Okay. Since I don't know anything about that, I'm trusting you, Carol. I mean, Mary. All right. And then this beautiful paper. This is called Unbounded Beauty. And then I got a couple of these because you guys know I love glitter. All right. And then some doodads. Here is another stamp set. And the stamp set with the plain. Can you see that? So cool. And sorry, I'm getting down. I only got 2 of the ribbons. I got the peach and the petunia pop. No, pretty in pink, because I just love those colors. And this is industrial trinkets that come with the plain. Let's take one out and see without it going flying. Okay. And it's 2-sided from what I saw. So you can attach it either way. So this is just like that. And then the other side has more, like, it's riveted or it's got a design on it. All right, let's see if there's anything else before I let you go. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. Yay. I don't, but I have in the past used a fork. All right. And I showed you guys the thing. So I got extras of everything because I'm doing classes with them. So I need to have extra. And I still have to order more. So, yeah, I think that was all the stamp sets. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that sneak peek. And I look forward to meeting you, Carol, at the class. And I will hear from you soon and I'll send you the address. All right. I am getting everything out of the way so I can come in and end the stream. All right. Hey, Valerie. Sorry you missed it, but I have a whole bunch of stuff, so go back and watch it. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Hope to see you guys next week.